We are our usual Friday get together. I don't want to say usual, but such the case. Yeah, sun's slowly going down. We're going to get uh, actually windy weather for the weekend. Actually, they're calling for wind advisory here where I live. They're calling. But the wind advisory is actually going to, it started now. It's going to go till tomorrow evening. They're calling, I think tonight, they're calling 30-mile-an-hour winds. Tomorrow it's supposed to be gusts like 40 to 50. Good thing I wasn't going anywhere this weekend. Thought I was. Uh, my brother and me we were planning on going up to Hershey, taking a hockey game there. We thought we were going to do it Sunday, but and we realized, hey, it's in conflict with not just watching the Daytona 500, which we both like to watch, but it's also the Caps are playing uh, Sunday afternoon. So, so the backup plan was going to be would try going tomorrow night. Uh, that was a no go. More or less, contact ticket office, find out the only seats they had were like up in the nosebleed section. You don't see the purpose in it, but you know, I would like to go. Well, I don't know. I wasn't really up for going anywhere for the weekend anyway. I actually wanted to stay and watch the Daytona 500, which I will, and I also wanted to watch the Caps uh, somewhere in between that. Um, so anyway, that's where all that is. Of course, as I said, the Caps play Sunday, and then the next night they go up to Pittsburgh. Basically, the revenge game from uh, 2 weeks ago when I was there. There at the Verizon Center. I think I did a video on that. Uh, I don't know. I may talk about that Sunday. It depends. A lot of things. So that takes care of the sport aspect. I'll throw in a few non-sports items here. Well, I'll throw one in here before I do that aspect. There's one sports item. I think everybody knows Brandon Banks, wide receiver for the Redskins. He stabbed over the weekend, last weekend. Uh, and here are the reports now that he's out of the hospital. I thought it was on Monday, but it wasn't. That he's out. Basically, it's going to be he's out of the hospital now. Should be recovering in about a month or so. Still don't know why somebody would stand there and stab him, but it's in this day and age. Yeah. And on a related note with the Caps, they lost last night. Game really they had they weren't really in it. I mean, Ovechkin gets the only goal, but playing Anaheim and no, it's San Jose. I'm sorry, it was Anaheim was the night before. Which that I think I talked about was a wild game. And if I didn't, the game Wednesday was a little crazy. Caps wound up winning this thing like 7-6. It was they lost the lead 3 separate times. But I may have talked about it, I may not have. I don't keep track anymore. Anyway, as I said, takes care of all the sports items here that I wanted to do. I'll touch one non-sports thing, and this is also one of my railings that I've done from time to time about our political process, namely the teabagging fascists who now run the House of Representatives. You know, this is what happens. This is why the American voters are stupid. You put these fascists in the House of Representatives. Now it's come back to bite everybody in the ass. You want to cut cut the funding for Planned Parenthood. No, that's not going to work. You want to cut out the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Well, okay, that's a bit of a dinosaur. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting is a bit of a dinosaur, but and believe me, you can really gut about 80% of it to still make it work. One day I'll talk about that in great detail. The one that absolutely shows the utter stupidity of what goes on. And I actually heard this because my brother was telling me, we were discussing whether to go to Hershey or not. He was telling me the story. Some dumb fuck congresswoman, so somewhere in Minnesota. I think I may have a feeling who it may be. I don't want to be 100% sure. But talk about this whole thing. Now, a little earlier, I mentioned about staying home, watch the Daytona 500, all of that. Anybody that does follow it understands that the military gets in to sponsor, at least put some sponsorship on some of the cars. For example, if you do follow along, Ryan Newman, who's Tony Stewart's teammate, that his car has primary sponsorship from the Army. Anyway, what it is this dumb fuck congresswoman, I don't know if it's Michelle Bachmann, don't even give a fuck, came up with this concept. You wanted to cut the funding for the Pentagon, out of the Pentagon budget, so that the various armed forces can go in and fund, underwrite or have sponsorship on the cars. They wanted to cut this out. And thankfully, cooler heads prevailed and said, what are you dumb bitch? God damn. This is what happens, folks. You don't know what's going on. This country is completely, totally fucked. You live with a government shutdown, and I say this in honesty, in full disclosure, as I say, my brother actually does work for a branch of the government. I won't say, I won't say what it is really, but he does work for the government, and he's actually going to hit he's going to hit his retirement point here in about 2 years. He's telling me while we're having our talk about Hershey, he said, well, he was going on vacation anyway. He said, I may not have a job when I come back. I don't care. I'm going to get paid. Yeah, famous last words. See what happens if they don't pay his ass. That should be fun. But like I said, he's been doing this now in the government for well over 20 years. 30. Yeah, it's close to 30. At any rate, so he's going through this whole bit, remember when they tried shutting it down in '95, basically because Newt Gingrich had a bug up his ass about Bill Clinton. Said, okay, we're going to shut down the government. We all know what happened there, Bill Clinton getting a blowjob from an intern, but, that whole story I think everybody knows. But it was, they made Newt Gingrich and the Republican-controlled Congress blink. Then, now, of course, what you have is, you've got these teabagging fascists, as I've said, who now run the House of Representatives. They want to try the same bullshit again. You never learned, and who knows what's going to happen. I don't even know myself. I don't even care anymore. But anyway, my point, and I do have a point here before I shut this down for the weekend. My point is this. I warned all of you motherfuckers before the election last year. I warned all of you. I said, this is what you're going to be doing. You're so fucking stupid. You follow these teabagging fascists, and I've called them what they really are. You are fascists. You are anarchists. You're terrorists. You're subversives. You are traitors to America. That's what you are. And I'm not going to back off from it. Believe me, I'm not backing off from it. Because I've told you what you really are. At any rate, this is what happens now. Now we're going to be hearing this bullshit, until the 2012 elections and all of that. You're the motherfuckers responsible, not me. So, I don't know where else I was going with this video. I think I've covered everything I needed to cover. Spring training for the Nationals, everybody will really show up here for the weekend. So, I think we covered it all. It's Friday, folks. You know, I got to tell you, it's Friday. Sometimes your mind's not working properly on Friday. But when has my mind ever worked? Anyway, at any rate, we'll shut this down for the weekend. Like I said, I know what I'm going to be watching, but at least I'll probably stay in bed and watch some things on Saturday. Just stay in bed. I usually do it anyway, just sleep in the morning. I did it for Sunday morning too, just stay in bed, watch something. Just have to learn to get out of bed so I can watch the Daytona 500 on Sunday. And the Caps and all that. Okay, we are done. I think I'm all talked out for the weekend anyway. So as always, and the picture freezes. Here we go. Sometimes that's what happens when these things. Then I'll let me say I could go more than 15 minutes on this. When have I ever done that? So as always, look, you know who I am. You like what I like, you don't like what's going on here, subscribe. You don't, then don't bother. We will catch up to you when I feel like it, as always. So, adios, and enjoy your weekend if you can.